Hi guys, and welcome back to the shed. So yes, it's been a few weeks since I've done a video. I've just been extremely busy. I've had something major on every weekend. Stag do, wedding. I've returned Phil's bike.
The mighty Rhino returns.
I've got rid of a bike. I've brought a bike, which you'll see at some point very soon. So we're back on the C200. I'm trying to pick up where we left off. So where we left off, we had the bike started, running. Obviously, we know the engine isn't any good. I've been searching for parts, still to no avail. Well, I say no avail. I can find the parts, but to be honest, it's just not economical. So we're going to go down the other route for now, which is to put a newer engine in. Now, when I say newer, the engine is out the 1984 series Cub. So I'll show you what I've got anyway. So we have a standard 1984, so still tax exempt, hey. Standard 90 engine, so a 3-speeder. I say standard, I got this off of Gary. You all know Gary, the one that ended up in the bushes. It's had a 110 top end put on it. It's got a high performance cam, some shims under the valves, etc. But apart from that, it's a 3-speed standard Cub engine. 89, well, it wasn't 89cc, now 110. So to complete that, obviously we've got to convert the bike to 12 volt. So I've bought a aftermarket 12 volt Cub wiring loom, which we've got to cut down. Ignition switch, I don't believe the original one will work. A CDI, a rectifier, a coil, and also a brake light switch. Obviously, when it comes to the bike, what I want to do is retain all the original wiring and modify the new loom to match the wiring in here. So luckily there's not a lot. We've got a headlight, we've got a speedo with a neutral light. I don't know what the red light does, but it doesn't show on a wiring diagram, so it hasn't got any indicators. So that's a lot of the wiring loom we can get rid of. So it's just high beam, low beam horn, a light for the dash, obviously headlight. I can't get them working today because I haven't got the right bulbs. These are 6 volts, a 12 volt bike, or will be. So I've got to strip the bike down just to expose enough room, take the engine out, just to do the wiring. So that's today's plan, is get this engine out, get the bike stripped down enough that we can have access to all the wiring, and probably build the loom today. I don't know about fitting the engine, but as long as we can get the loom in and that working, that'd be a great start. So yeah, it's really just going to be mock-up. Once we get the engine in, we get the wiring sorted out, then we can do all the pretty things like new tyres, new bearings, you know, get an exhaust for it, get a carb for the engine, and all that great stuff. So what I'll probably do is put you on a time lapse, and we'll start stripping the bike down. Okay, so that's all the electrics now taken out the bike, and I'm just left with 2 wires here, which is for the tail light, those 2, and we're left with all the wires at the front, which are for the clocks, headlight, etc., horn. Probably will have to replace the horn because that'd be a 6 volt, same as all the bulbs in here, bulb in the headlight, etc. I've left the ignition switch in there for now, which I'm going to take out and then test. See if I can find the right connections within there to turn this 12 volt circuit off, because a standard Cub 12 volt circuit is very simple. You've basically got a live from the battery, you've got an earth from the battery, and when you switch it over, the black becomes live, and this is what they call a trigger wire, and that basically turns the CDI off, sends it to earth when you shut the bike off. So that's why the Cub's probably one of the easiest bikes to steal, because all you got to do is don't tell anyone, is unplug that and the bike will start. So this is what I've removed from the bike: old coil, rectifier, brake light switch, and the main wiring harness. But like I said earlier, all this lot's going to be kept, along with the engine, which is over here. And you never know, one day it might be reunited. So ignition switch is now out the bike. I used a multimeter. I can't get it to work the way we need it to work. Like I said earlier, we need to ground the CDI for it to cut the engine, and there is no ground points on that. So we'll have to use the cub one, that's fine. So now onto the wiring loom. I've got it laid out. This is the back of the bike, and the middle of the bike. This is your engine, your horn, and this is the front of the bike. So we don't actually need a lot of this. Obviously the horn needs to be up the front, the engine probably needs to be further back, down here. I mean, we don't need a starter solenoid because it's not electric start. We don't need a flasher unit because it's not got any indicators. We need battery, plus and minus. Rectifier we need. CDI we need. These are for the rear lights. Brake light, ignition coil, battery, earth. But there is a rear light here, tail light. Now we can't use the tail light because that gets its power from the front of the loom once it's gone through the switch, and obviously we won't have that ability. So, and obviously the flashers. Yeah, so I think what I'll do first is I'll take all the tape off, the loom tape, cable tie together what I need, and then see where we're at. Okay, welcome back. So these are all the wires I took out the loom, and this is what we're left with. Now, some of this may need adapting. All depends where I position things like the CDI, the rectifier, the coil, etc. But so front of the bike, we have magneto power for lights, which will use these switches that are on the C200. We have a battery switch live, which will do the horn. We have another battery switch live, which will do things like power the neutral light and power the, dashboard speedo lights. Obviously, we've got a load of earths. I probably don't need all these earths up here. We have the ignition switch, which will probably be peeled back and moved down. But as you can see, it's all tied in with the earths here. So we've got to cut this about a bit more, I think. And we've got the neutral switch. That's all we need up that end. So in the middle, we have the engine wiring harness. So you've got your neutral light, you've got your magneto power, coil trigger, magneto again, and an earth. Towards the back of the bike, we have our, so I've put an R on there, so that's your rear light earth and your brake light. What's missing, because there was a brown wire in here which fed the tail light, but that will be off a switch live, so I've got to put a black wire in there. Also in the middle of the bike, we've got ignition coil, earth and power. We've also got your CDI, 5-pin CDI, rectifier, obviously the two battery leads, and this is the rear brake light switch, power, and then signal wire. Right, so that's the wiring loom done. So this is the front loom, lights, neutral switch, battery positive and earth. That's all we need at the front. Ignition switch, engine power, ignition coil, CDI, there's a frame earth there, brake light switch, rectifier regulator, brake light switch and tail light, and battery leads. Right, engine's in. Engine's in. I fed the loom halfway up the tube, so we've got the front loom, which comes out here. We've got our ignition switch, which I showed you earlier. That's all wired in there. HT leads on. So now what we've got to do is just try and squeeze all this lot in there and get it all connected up. So that's it. Wiring loom's in. I've put a 6-volt battery on there for now, just because all the bulbs in the bike are still 6-volt, just so we can test some things. But switch it on. I've got a neutral light, got a horn, I've got a tail light. Let's see if I've got a brake light. Just pull that and it should. Oh, where are you? Yep, brake light. Neutral light. Yeah, everything seems to be working. Now we need to see if we've got a spark. But to do that, I need to just disconnect the 6-volt battery. Yeah, we've got a spark. Right. Well, I think that's as far as I can go in this video today. A little bit more tidying up. Obviously, got to get the engine running, get the lights on, because that's all AC power, and just check, make sure everything's charging and working properly. And I'll see you in the next one.